Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another phenomenal Star Wars Battlefront video, and this is going to be yet another DLC predictions video. You guys really seem to like the DLC predictions videos that I do, and I really like putting them out because I like getting my thoughts out there on what will be in each map pack. So I'm going to start a new series in which I go over each of the 4 predicted season pass drops, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think is going to be in each drop. Obviously, I'm going to have to space these out quite a bit, because I'm going to have to wait and see what we get in each drop before I predict the next drop, as well as the fact that the 4th drop hasn't even been announced with the content yet. So the description of the first drop that we have so far is an Outer Rim drop. Now what that entails, at least from their description, is fighting among the factories of Solace and in Jabba's palace. So that really doesn't give us much to go off of. What I'm going to do in the framework of these videos actually is I'm going to predict 4 maps for each and then 1 hero or villain for each, because we have the 16 drops over 4 packs and 4 heroes and villains over 4 packs, so I'm going to divide it up evenly. So Outer Rim, that gives us quite a bit of territory to expand upon. So Solace, I feel like they're going to use Solace as really kind of the meat of this DLC pack. And what I mean is, it's not going to be the selling point. The selling point is going to be Jabba's palace and the hero or villain, but Solace is going to be the meat of the pack. So what I think is we're going to get 1 big Solace map and then 2 small Solace maps. And so I think this for many different reasons. 1, Tatooine, we're probably not going to get many more Tatooine small maps. We already have 4 in the base game. We have Jawa Refuge, Dune Sea Exchange, Rebel Depot, and now we have Raider Camp, which has been brought from single player, and now we're also getting Jabba's Palace. But I could see them bringing 1 more small map in, and that would be Mos Eisley. And that will tie into my other things later in this video, but we'll come back to that. So I think we're probably going to get 2 small Solace maps, 1 big Solace map, just because that gives us another big Solace map to play around on, and that gives us 2 more smaller maps to play around on. Now, what I could also see them doing is they do 1 small Solace map, you got Jabba's Palace map, and then you do 1 big Solace map, which is among the factories, but then you also do 1 big Jabba's Palace map. And this may be a little bit harder for them to do, but I feel like they could definitely do it. Something to the effect of Walker Assault, in which you're assaulting through many different portions of Jabba's palace. So you go outside of the walls, then you get into like the courtyard around Jabba's palace, then you get into Jabba's palace. I don't really know, but I feel like that's a potential way to go about this. I don't really think that we're going to see a big Jabba's palace map. I think that more likely we're going to see a big Mos Eisley map. And that's for many different reasons, because how awesome would it be to assault the city of Mos Eisley and see like a big AT-AT coming in on Mos Eisley? That's really unlikely, but that was something I'd really like to see. And then that also ties in with my villain selection for this pack. So Jabba's Palace got me thinking, what villain could they do with an Outer Rim pack? We don't really have any famous Celestians that we can do, except of course Nien Nunb, I think his name is. I don't know. But Jabba's Palace, that could mean one of 3 things to me. We could either be getting a hero variant of Princess Leia as Bausch, I don't know how to pronounce it, the bounty hunter version for episode 6. I feel like that's the least likely of these suggestions that I have, and then I feel like the second least likely out of my 3 selections, so the middle one, is going to be Bossk, because Bossk is a bounty hunter, Jabba's Palace, bounty hunters. I could see Bossk being the villain for this pack, but the number 1 villain I could see coming from this pack, and only because it's Jabba's Palace and Outer Rim themed, is going to be everyone's favorite Rodian Greedo. I feel like Greedo is definitely a great choice for the villain of this pack, because Greedo is a name that you can sell the pack on. Greedo was a name that I don't think any of us were thinking when we first thought of Star Wars Battlefront DLC, but once they went with Jabba's Palace, that opens the door for potentially Greedo, because we know Greedo was one of Jabba's guys. He says in episode 4, "Why'd you have to blast Greedo, man?" And so that also ties into, if we get Mos Eisley, there could be a cantina spot. They could put some sort of Han shoots first Easter egg in there, or maybe Greedo says something to the effect of Han shoots first, which I know he speaks Rodian, so we won't be able to understand it. But I feel like what we're going to get is either one of 2 things. We're either going to get 3 Solace maps, 2 small, 1 big, with a big or small Jabba the Hutt's palace map, or we're going to get a big and small Solace map, and then a small Jabba's Palace map, and a big Mos Eisley's map, but I definitely feel like the villain for this pack is going to be everyone's favorite Rodian, Greedo, because Greedo just makes too much sense in a Jabba's Palace map pack. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think we're going to be getting 3 Solace and 1 Jabba's Palace? Do you think we're going to be getting 2 Solace, 2 Jabba's Palace? Do you think we're going to be 1 Solace, 2 Mos Eisley, 1 Jabba's Palace? Because that's a possibility. I feel like they're withholding some information from us here. And do you think that Greedo or Bosk or Bausch are the most likely villains for this? So I want to thank you guys for watching. And, yep, I will see you guys in another great video.